What's up? Ricky, Clacky, Conan, Klexus, welcome. Oh, that was a lot of the same sound there. Anyways, welcome guys. Yeah, we got 3 packages to open today, but yet again, I think I'm gonna work on finishing up this little batch of switches here before we actually open those up. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. We'll see. But everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. I know I've come on a little bit late tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. So a couple of reasons why I'm late tonight. One, took a super long ass nap. As written in my notes here, I took a long nap. And then when I woke up, I realized there was something, I think it was a nationally televised Lakers preseason game. So I had to watch that to the end. And then I ended up going into overtime. But it's cool because it gave me some time to get a lot of these switches done. Or at least a lot of the progress done on this batch. Did Brian play? Yes. Brian's been playing really poorly, especially on the offensive end, but he's had some interesting highlight plays on the defensive end. I definitely feel like they're going to get the photo ops on the first couple games of him playing with LeBron. And then he'll probably fall out of the rotation, maybe get sent to the G League. That's what I picture. Oh, Randy, thank you for that. Randy, welcome. Corn, welcome. Welcome. What else I got in my news? So yeah, I took this long nap. I've been taking these long naps all week. Pretty bad. And then it's just not allotting me enough time to get any workouts in during the daytime, and then none of this stuff is open at night anymore. Very sad. Long naps are bomb. Not when the gym doesn't open late. Dash and Tony, welcome. What switches are these? So these are Novelty's cream housings. And okay, before I move on to the rest of this, does anyone remember this whole situation where there was basically an undocumented revision of Novelty's creams, where they used to be very, very, very undersized, and then now I guess they're less undersized. And I think maybe the undersizing of them was what kind of made them good for harvesting the stems out of. And then as soon as they oversized them, that's when things kind of, or not oversized, but kind of address that, then it became harder to Franken-switch with them. Does anyone remember this, or am I just crazy? Anyways, these are the pre-revision ones, I think. I think they are. Anyways, so that's what I got for the housings. We got, what are these? Prevail 3-stage 68-gram springs. And then finally we have these KNC Unga Bunga stems. that I got from Gamble Shroud, which has got to be like one of the worst possible names for anything. It's down there 100%. You know, the other one that was really bad. I saw this the other day. I don't remember where I saw it, but there was a switch called "These Switches Are Called." Like, what is this? Just call them by a color or something. I don't remember, but that I remember, but that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't happen. Yeah. Are you guys not aware of this? I remember seeing this the other day. Let's see if I can find it. What the fuck was it called? Was that not the name of it? Here we go, I found it. It was on Divinity. Does this work? Look at this. Look at this shit. It's like, why would you do this? It's like, these are like by the same people who would make their board 6.9 degrees, you know? What the hell is even that, right? Well, I probably should have topped these. Hold up. Gantz, welcome. So one thing I noticed about these novelty screams being so undersized is that, like, within this tuning station, check this out. See if you can see this. Look at this. It just moves around like crazy. This is how small these switches are. It even has, like, not just lateral, but also like vertical. Like on both axes, it's undersized. It's crazy. Big fan of this combo though, really interesting. Yeah, color-wise it's like pretty chill, but I think the big thing is that, like, Novelty's cream switches, like, have such an insanely deep well that the only way that you can get a long pull sort of sensation out of these specific types of like housings here is to put such an absurdly long pull stem in them. And I think that that's kind of the big reason why this was even created. And I mean, even before this, I was trying to actually figure out to harvest the oolong switches that are in that that GAF 60 that I had built, because I know that, like, those housings that they're in is just like way too short. So I was like, okay, maybe those will fit in the cream housings. Turns out those oolong stems are so significantly shorter than these. That's how deep the Novelty's cream well is. So yeah, this I feel like these stems were probably made very specifically for this housing. Oh shit. Halb, welcome back. How's it going? Nothing much. All right, well, welcome back. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that I have that much news prepped today. I mean, these random talking points that I just mentioned is kind of all I'd written down. I didn't really prep a whole lot in advance. Yeah, they have a sheet that shows travel in various housings. Ah, interesting. Is this like the most travel? I'm playing Satisfactory for the last 11 hours. What the fuck happened to time? It felt like maybe an hour. 7 a.m. That's crazy. Cream? Yeah, okay. So this is the one where it just feels the most like a normal long pull, but is a sensation that you will get out of these housings pretty much, I guess, for the first time ever, right? RIP my sleep schedule. Mine's been bad. Mine's been very, very bad. Yeah, I had to take a super, super long nap after work today. Let's take a look at that. There we go. That's ridiculous. Like, this is... Does this even actuate at this point? Like, this feels like this wouldn't even actuate on a Tangerine. Oh, interesting. So, cherry wells are pretty deep. I didn't know that. Okay. So that kind of explains, like, how the, that kind of explains how the Geon Lavender stems just feel so much better in here than, like, JWK's. Single impression, I sleep for like 12 hours a day waiting my headphones stuck at customs. Jeez. Casual Topper Enjoyer, welcome back. Alcyon Days, welcome back. I've tried making Nixies and Blacks into long poles. Turned out shit. I think it depends on what long poles you do, right? Like, which long pole stems you use. Because I think that there are some long pole stems that turn out alright. I think. At least 3.3 on creams ain't no way. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm probably gonna throw the oolongs, I don't know, I guess into hyperglides. What are these red jackets? Are red jackets a KNC switch as well? Shit. Yeah, KNC, KTT roses. Yeah, probably cherry is probably the best for those oolong stems then at this point. Yeah, they were an Aphelion switch, I think. I've tried Uche Studio stems, KNC stems, and Geon stems so far. Maybe Texi now? I see. Yeah, I mean, I feel like KNC stems, depending on which KNC stems, but like all of these, they're kind of like, feel like they're too long. Aphelion Tropical Water V1 slaps. A friend of mine hosted the server and we started playing a little bit, and now when they wake up and hop on the server, they're like, what the fuck happened? You good? I haven't tried very many Aphelion switches. Cream stem is already 13.3. Yeah. And then how much travel do you get with just a normal cream? Is it 4 millimeters? Okay, there you go. I see. It must be 14. It's crazy. I like the Punkshu Aphelion runners. Just too bad they had chattering issues in the hot swap builds. Was it contact legs too thin? Brain is done. I'm gonna hit the sack. Alright. Al, thanks so much for dropping by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night. Or morning, whatever. Alright, so in here previously were some cherry silent black stems. So I've just bagged those away. I don't know what I'm going to ever use them on again because I think I'm good honestly, on like cherry silent or just like silent linears at this stage. I think I'm good. Was Aphelion changing the housing on Pungshu without saying anything? Should have been the same housing mold between Runner and Melody, but Aphelion will be Aphelion. That's why no one uses Aphelion anymore. Damn. That's fucked up. The leaves would literally move. Oh shit. That's crazy. So, what else was I gonna say? Oh, so at some point then, I think for the oolongs, I'm gonna harvest those stems out because I feel like they're still usable. Probably put them in cherry housings. Then I'll have these oolong housings. So no one uses that. That solder was kind of required. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyone have any runners? I don't have any runners. I'm a big fan of solder. Think I have mine somewhere. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep trying to figure out what to do with these. I have to keep trying to figure out what to do with all these extra parts. I mean, it's like I probably could just give them away. Like my plan here is probably just gonna give away those tangerine housings at this stage in a junk pack. Oolong housings still seem like they'd be good for something. So like it's like I mean I could do that thing again where I just try these Zelio stems because I just have leftover Zelio stems and I don't know that anyone knows what to do with Zelio stems because I don't know anyone's actually a big fan of Zelios. They were really interesting for the time, but I mean I guess they're just less interesting now because they've just been around for so long. What else? Otherwise, I think the other plan would be probably wait around till Black Friday, and then wait for Novel Keys to run some kind of sale. Restock on any any number of palm stems from them, and then also at the same time restock on films. How long are those zeal stems? They feel very normal. I don't imagine they're long at all. Like the interesting thing about the zeal stems was that like they were kind of supposed to be like have kind of as much of a bump as like cherry clear, which at the time it was like this was pretty new to have something like kind of like that, but it was also a little bit like there was a sharper bump, and then also on top of that there was like no pre-travel. Other than that, I don't know that there was anything different about like stem length or just anything else interesting about it. Halo Clears, I think Halo Clears, their big thing was that like they were one of those like kind of stronger tactiles that had a long pull. But I don't think Zelio stems were like that at all. This might be my last Frankenswitch project for a while. I definitely still have more Frankenswitch projects, but I think this one I just kind of wanted to knock out because it seemed interesting enough to me. I think all of the rest of my Switch projects I have looking forward are either spring swaps, just from like super old Switches that I think the springs are too short on, or just brand new Switches that I've just had in a box that I still haven't gone through yet. Like I definitely feel like I have some very interesting Switches that I haven't even touched yet. Like I have those Canon Keys like Neapolitan Switches. That's kind of intrigued me for a really long time. Hoping Zillow have a Black Friday sale. Would like to get a set of clickies. Yeah, clickies are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. They do run sales here and there, even if it's not Black Friday. But Black Friday is probably your best bet for a guaranteed sale and possibly a better sale than usual. I just haven't really bought from Zeal in a long time. Alright, let's put some tops on these. Savior, welcome. Also, I think I need to slow down on... I've been doing a lot of switches for the last, like, week-ish or so. I might need to slow down because I feel like I haven't finished recovering from the washcloth thing. For those of you who don't know, might not be privy to this information, there was a point where I was getting like some crazy circulation issues in my hands for a while, and I was really trying to figure out what it was that like I changed that caused these circulation issues to happen. I realized it was when I got my washcloth. It was the first time I ever used a washcloth. I would just wring it out so hard, a dozen times per shower, and that was what was causing like just these crazy like carpal tunnel symptoms. So definitely I've been taking it easy on wringing out my washcloth at this point, but ever since then it's just like, okay, like I'm slowing down on that. It feels better, but I haven't actually finished recovering. And the thing is, it seems like when I do these like switches, like having to like squeeze like small parts, like fine parts with my fingers, is kind of just like giving me some sort of reminiscence or like trauma of like the ringing sensation. Turns out, I don't know if you guys know this, but one thing is like, I guess like doctors will actually like to diagnose carpal tunnel in you, it's like they have to observe you wringing out like a cloth. Like that's one way that they work to diagnose you. And like I didn't realize, like, well, yeah, I'm like exactly doing this test many times. Anyways, yeah, any kind of fine sort of motions with especially squeezing motions with my hands or my digits here, I think have been kind of slowing or hampering my recovery here. So I think I gotta slow down on switches. I was trying to do like quite a bit more, but I just have so many switches at this point. So it's one of those things, like I can't really just keep getting switches, otherwise they'll never get done. Also, in the process of me trying to cut down my collection, like it's like it doesn't make sense to have so many extra switches. So yeah, I gotta cool it on switches, or I gotta just start getting rid of some. Would thicker to grab tools like a brush help? It's more like okay, so very specifically, it's actually like using tweezers. So it's not like necessarily my brush work, but like if I have to use tweezers to pick anything up, reverse tweezers, whatever, like if I'm doing like springs by hand, I think like that kind of squeezing motion is something where it's just like, oh, my hands, you know. You also send your switches to me and I'll do them for you. Nah, I don't trust anybody with my switches. Well, I might trust you if I saw you do it in person. Tina has helped me with some switches here in the past, and so I can see her work, and it's good. But I won't ever trust anyone's tuning job unless I'm there watching you. I have to supervise. Trust no one. I don't trust factory lube. 3-month lubing probational period. I know what you mean. What I meant is not unsqueezing, which is having fingers in this position holding a thin brush. I know I get slight pain in such situations. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is not helping, but like as I use the brush, it's actually kind of fine. But one thing I notice is when I squeeze. When I squeeze, it's like, oh. Specifically squeezing. But like right now, I'm good. I know that there are some brushes out there that like have like more of a grip. I haven't really used them that much. I mean, I could get some. I just really like, so very specifically, I really like, oh, you can see this. I really like this kind of a brush. And it's just like, it's sometimes hard for me to like, just really find brushes that look like I want to use them for lubing both springs and stems. I unironically really underlube my switches. Same. Or at least I try to. Sometimes it's like, fuck, I got a little too much lube on this brush. But I know what you mean. Like, because I'm just like... Well, I mean, I overlube my springs. That's for sure. But stems specifically, stems, housings, and all that, I lube them, but like just like the thinnest possible sheen. Imagine being stuck in a white rubber room with 10K switches and you won't get out till it's all lubed. I go really light pass on the stem, then a really well-coated spring, don't do much else. If I'm too lazy, I just end up doing the bottom housing. Use chopstick, welcome. People get pain from claw gripping gaming mice. I can't imagine that position of the hand slash fingers to be too good. I had to take 2 breaks, lubing 7 switches. Oh yeah. I mean, like, I hardly, it's so rare that I ever do like a whole set of switches in one sitting. Like, sometimes it's like, yeah, I'll just take a big break after doing all the springs or after doing all the housings or something. And then sometimes I just like, I'll take a break that's like as long as a day, 2 days, sometimes a week. Sometimes I just forget that I have switches that I'm in the middle of doing. So, what switch opener do you use? I noticed that's what hurts my hand the most. I have the Gateron like Nutcracker one, but for the most part I use like this guy right here. But yeah, it's sometimes it's like I'll just open switches and then like that's my day, you know? I'll work on the housings tomorrow. Then after that, like the next day I'll work on springs, then the next day I'll work on stems. It's like I just sometimes my breaks are really long, but whatever the case is, however long the break is, whether it's 2 minutes to, 6 weeks, however long the break is, I almost never do switches without a break. Like, I'm not doing a set of switches in a day typically. But yeah, about the claw gripping thing, I realized I'm just like, that kind of doesn't look that comfortable. Whenever I see pictures of people doing like claw grip, I'm like, I don't know. This is kind of crazy. I am a lubing enjoyer. I could easily do 150 in one sitting. That's crazy. Are you doing anything? Are you listening to music, watching anime, or what? I usually just cut down on the spots I do lube because I easily spend a full day on switches. Just oil the springs, a light coat on the bottom rails, and done. Interesting. Yeah, I remember the first times I ever tried lubing switches way back, like 2013, 2012. It's like I really didn't understand. I was just kind of trying to follow what people were saying, but like I didn't really understand like, oh yeah, you could, I mean, like people have done now like the deep dives into like the contacts, like the contact points. Like, so for me at that time I was just like lubing like just the rails and that's it. This was like 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. But like I try to go everywhere now and then just try to cut down on noise where I can. But typically, like the lightest, thinnest layer of lube on the stems is kind of enough. I'll still do housings, but again, the same kind of very, very, very mega light layer on the housings. The big thing for me is just trying to cake that spring. I cake my springs. Kind of do a hybrid between claw and palm. For me, claw and finger grip are a necessity because mice are 2 times small or awkwardly shaped. That's crazy. Also, sweaty palms makes palm grip gross. I feel like I got better refined movements with finger grip. I just put on YouTube or I'll put on really long lectures on shit I'm interested. Half claw, half palm. Same when I started, I was doing bottom housing, leaf, stem, top housing, filming, etc. I would spend like days on switches. Now I don't care as much. I mean, luckily, the big thing for me is I use HHKB, so like I really just have to do exactly 60 switches, and then I try not to do any extras because I just figure if one's bad, I'll fix it later. But like if I can just do all 60 once and then it's fine, then it's like I never would have had to do the extra 5 or 10. But having to do as few as 60 always just is nice. Like that really cuts down on time and cuts down on stress, honestly. Okay, but for real, no troll. If you do need someone to do your switches and your wrist is still hurting, I can do a battery to see if you like the way I do it. All right, I appreciate the offer. Claw grip made my wrist feel too tight, so I strictly fingertip grip now. I don't even know what is this. What is this grip? That's not really claw. What is this fingertip? Is this palm? What is this? Ignore the fact that I have a makeup ring on right now. You're like me? Half palm, half claw? Is that what I do? I don't know, I just see pictures of people doing like shit like this. I'm like, whoa, that looks like a cramp up real fast, you know? And that looks to me like it's not comfortable. But I mean, I guess if it works for some people and you aren't getting pain from it, it just looks like I would get pain. Alright, so we're going to wrap up pretty soon here on these switches, then we'll open up some packages, and then we'll work on the synth. And I get this funny feeling that the synth should be a quick build, and we're only otherwise doing one build tonight. So this might not be a terribly long stream. Well, we'll see though. You know, I always seem to jinx myself. So we'll just kind of have to see. My big thing is also, I still have that giant stash of harvested stabilizers. So we'll also, like, you know, cut down on time not doing stabilizers as well. Claw is a more extreme finger bend. Palm is where you're basically flush with your fingers on the curve of the mouse and your palm sits on the mouse. Fingertip is like palm, but some people just don't let a big portion of their palm touch. When you're the mouse, do you use your fingers, wrist, or I guess wrist? Is that bad? Wrist slash maybe I guess forearm. I don't know. Now I don't know how I use my mouse. How does anyone use mice? How does anyone do anything? I don't even know how to control the body. Palm grip better for big movements at the elbow. Grip is usually tied to how you move the mouse. I see. When I'm doing nothing, I use wrist. I use both arm and wrist. Maybe I'm like Tony. Usually means lower DPI. As there's overlap, but for the most part, yeah. DPI is like 850 for gaming. Funny you should say that. I don't know the last time I played a real game. I mean, I play marbles a lot. I'm a pro marbles gamer administrator. Higher DPI users go with claw slash finger move, finger and move at the wrist, or with fingers if it's super high DPI. I see. Yeah, I guess my DPI is not low. It's not crazy low, so I'm not moving my arm like crazy. But that makes sense. How close do you think we are to like mind reading input devices? Where you just like aren't moving anything? I don't know how much playtime you have on marbles. Me too. Neuralink is a thing now. I vaguely remember my brother was telling me like when we were kids. This is like in the 90s. He said that he encountered at an electronics store something that was basically reading his mind, and there's a part of me that doesn't believe him still to this day, but there is a part of me that thinks like, okay, like I actually, when I was in college in the late 2000s, or I guess early 2010s, I did have a classmate who said that he was working on something like that for like a senior project. The streamer that uses EKG to game? What? Wait, how does that EKG? Like an EKG machine? Like, how does that work? First two people that have it use it for gaming? Alright, there's a YouTube video. I am pretty curious. But I also am... Oh, this is my last stem. I'm pretty sure if I watch this video, I'll probably get copyright claimed. You mind dropping that link in the Discord so that I don't forget to look at my logs to watch it? She's been Elden Ring and other stuff with it. I mean, sending neurological impulses and tying it to an FOV shouldn't be crazy. Alright. Here's her Twitch if you want to check it out. Check that. All right. Hey, maybe that should be the new rule. If you want to post a link in chat that I might get copyright claimed for, you can. I just might not open it. And so you should also post it in the Discord so I can watch it later and not entirely forget about it. Okay. What's nice is that you don't film these because I guess they're so undersized that like you can't really wedge a film in there super nicely. But then a big thing is I'm still just like here making sure everything is pushed in properly. So I put like a pretty heavy spring here. It's a Prevail 3-stage, 60 gram. And I believe this is a 90 gram spring in the bar. Yeah, that has to be. It's just so much heavier. Okay, so I'll just put this off to the side because I ran out of those tiny bags. One thing I need to do is, I have this organization system for all of my stuff here, like physical, not just the digital one, but like all of my switches that are ready are in one of those drawers. All of my EC stuff is in a drawer. All of my ALP stuff is in a drawer. All of my extra switches of stuff that I've already used, they're in a box. Unless the bags are too big, then they're in a separate drawer. But then I have all my Frankenswitch stuff in a drawer, and I realize, okay, but then now I need to kind of separate between Frankenswitch parts that are done being used and are just the extra little pieces versus the ones that still need work. So I don't know how I'm supposed to do that yet. I'll find out. Okay, here's another pet peeve of mine. So, because I do HHKB stuff, it's all like, 60 exactly for everything. There's a bunch of products that get sold where there's like 110. So it's like I can't get a second set out of it. So like springs are like this, stems sometimes are like this, like switch sets are sometimes like this. It's like always like 110 and not like 120. Gets kind of annoying, in my opinion. Pro tip for future / before you put them in a bag, use Sharpie and name it with X amount / makes it easier for me. Well, I mean, for me, it's always 60. So, like, I never have that problem. But, as for what it is, usually I just remember because I've done them. But sometimes, like, especially if it's Frankenswitch parts, then, like, yeah, I'm realizing having to name them just to be 100% certain. Like if it's just a black housing, I should probably know that it's a cherry. But like sometimes it might not be. Sometimes it might be like a J-Wick or something. So I know what you mean. So I will label what it is when I can already foresee that it's going to get confusing. But also on top of that, I do otherwise keep track of everything digitally. So like I have sheets, so then it's like I'll usually, even if something's not labeled, I am typically able to match up. Typically. The one thing though that's still a huge mystery to me is that I have an extra. Okay, this is the funny thing. I have an extra HHKB charcoal printed Topre OEM key set. I don't know where it came from, but I just have an extra one, and it still eludes me what it's from. I'd take it. No, I mean, the thing is, like, it's not that I don't want it. I hate that I don't know what it's from. That's like the big thing. I have 3 bags of MX Black with varying spring wicks. I mixed a couple by accident. Now I'm mad. Oh god. Yeah, that's why. Like for sure, I will label, especially like Cherry Black, Hyperglides especially. I will label those because I know that I don't always use the same spring. So I'll label them as, I'll even write Cherry Black and then with what spring it is. Okay, so we got 3 packages tonight, all redeemed at the beginning of the stream about 40 minutes ago. So let's get to it. Alright, none of them, I don't think any of them are keyboard stuff, so just giving you guys a heads up on how exciting that this may be. Yegor, welcome. How's it going? Doesn't really help that they all have the same film color. Aww. Is it giveaway time? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. We do giveaways at the end of stream. Usually do these flats, unless it's like the beginning of the month stream, which is when I celebrating the month that just completed. Yeah, what I'll typically do is I'll run a junk pack giveaway. But on top of that, you guys might also be able to notice down below, there is the giveaway for when we hit 35 subs, which we're a little over halfway for. Does Real Force Keyword have a birthday sticker like the just like the HHKB? I don't believe it does. I remember the last couple of Real Forces I had, I'd be like looking for one, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had one. Anyways, here's some, this is interesting. Whoa. What the hell? Oh, okay. I thought they gave me too much. Anyways, I got these like leg risers. I needed this because I installed a bidet. Are you still selling used things on your website? Pikachu, yes, I am. Exclamation store, and also there's stuff I haven't listed on my store yet, just because I haven't gotten around taking pictures and stuff. So you can check my for sale channel on the Discord for just more stuff even past the store. Also, if you want to buy it off the store, you're welcome to. But if you want a better deal, just DM me. DM me and I'll get you a better deal than what's on my site. Has a sticker, but not like the HHKB. There's a day code, I think, but I'm not sure how to decipher it. I see. DM for those used socks. Oh, yeah. Okay, anyways. So I installed a bidet recently, and everything is great. I love this bidet. You know, I feel like I've never been so... how do I put this? Free from swamp ass in my life. Anyways, the problem is that I have one of those like over the toilet tank shelf things, and it's too short. So like when I lift the toilet seat up, it smacks the table now, or the shelf now. So and that's because the bidet added extra height to where the toilet seat sits. So I needed to get these little risers, and hopefully, yeah, just being able to use these now should help a lot, quite a lot. So, anyways, that's our first package. Is it above the plate or below the PCB? Both have different dates. That's why I'm confused. The one on the back. Okay, so there's date codes, but not necessarily dates. All right, good to know. A clean ass goes a long way. I feel like a brand new person. I've used bidets before, but I've never had my own bidet, and I feel like I've just waited too long. Way too long. Alright, nice little box this came in. Looks like I could use this for shipping. Anyways, put this away. We'll get on to package number 2. Ow! Also from Amazon. I don't know how to feel about stream shooting up my ass. It's a little surprising, but I think also it's very refreshing when you feel not so fresh. You know what I mean? Alright. A second package here. This is from Amazon. This is a 1080p HDMI audio extractor. I wanted to get one of these because I got this second Nintendo Switch dock so that Tina could play side by side with me here. Also, possibly another potential interesting possibility for a shipping box, or at least just some kind of organization box here. Anyways, so I could possibly set this up now, but this wouldn't give us anything. It's like bubble domes on your butt. So Meditobre invented bidets. Cold ass water. No, it's nice, especially because also on top of that, it gets hot. It gets hot in my apartment, so it's just like it's nice to get a little cold water up in there, you know. Sometimes maybe I haven't done this yet, but I feel like sometimes maybe even if I haven't pooped, I might just go in there, just get a little wash off, you know. I feel like there's always that possibility. Alright, I'm gonna actually... Yeah, let's plug this in right now. So I have this dock set up underneath my desk, and I think this, what also is interesting, this kind of serves as a little bit of a extender, because there does have to be like an HDMI on both sides. So, and I needed one because I don't have enough long HDMI cables left. HDMI in. Here it is. HDMI out. Alrighty. Oh shit! I need to plug this in too. Get a stream on the seam. You know what I mean? I would like that. I'm gonna use that. A little bit of breeze between the knees. Mine's not strong enough. Mine is... It's not incredibly strong. It's not, like, sword piercing. I want the pressure washer. Alright, where is the power here? Is it this side? I think so. Alright, are there enough open outlets here? Let's find out. Oh, looks like it. Alright. I'm back, bitch. Holy strong at the water fountain. I need some with a little bit of velocity. Like peel the taint off. Jesus. This is Brittany. Okay, alright. So, oh, there is one more package here. A little bit of attack and bite. A little bit of bite. Okay, the last package comes from Stance. I think Stance is also running one of those Prime Big Deal Days promos. I got a couple of shorts. Pairs of shorts here. Some crazy looking shorts. So I really, really like the idea of having shorts that look really crazy, because that way when you sit on some bullshit at the you know, the amusement park, the stain won't show as badly. So let's open this one. I have no idea if this might be oversized. Sometimes I feel like it's crazy because, like, sometimes you buy shorts and then, like, a medium is like an XL, and then sometimes you buy shorts and then, like, a large is like a extra small. I've also gained a bunch of weight, so then, like, it also makes that extra confusing. So hopefully this works out. I guess I'll try them later, but I only opened one. I opened at least the crazy looking one, and then we'll find out if this one is worth opening too, if, you know, whatever. Anyways, it was final sales, so it's not like I can return it, but I'd rather just open one for now. Okay. Let's get back to it. Now for our regularly scheduled stream, 1 hour in, we have the Synth 060. So here is the previous build, which I forgot what was in it, but it is does have GMK Truffle Schwein on top. Let's see what we got in this. I want to find out so we can run a little type test, but then also it'll help dictate what we build this with today. It looks like, oh, these are the Zelio V1 Reduxes. So we could use a linear switch today, including the linear switch we might have just built with right now. But before we do that, I guess we'll run a little type test. Okay, so Zelio V1 Redux switches. What else was on this? Fuck, I don't remember. Synth Lab 060. Aluminum plate, pour-on gasket mount. Yeah. Anyways, you guys are interested. Here we go. Alright. There it is. What y'all think? I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to rebuild this anyways. Or run a second build. Ampixius, welcome. Nice. Nice. Okay. I guess we could put the thermal away. I'm going to be honest. I didn't actually use the thermal that much in the last 2 days since last stream. I think, yeah. So, just as a heads up, we did do... This is our third stream in 5 days. I think it's too much. As I realize that now, it's like I don't even have enough views and notes for you, I think. I don't know if I'm going to be doing these like 1 day in between streams so much. I just wanted to retest it because it's been a while since I have. So I'm probably, not going to be streaming on Saturday. Alright, let's see here. Alright. So there's our PCB and plate. I don't think I've tested this PCB. I don't know if I will, because I don't know. I'm guessing it's just JST, right? It is JST. I'm hoping still the same universal daughter board we could use. So I guess I could test. This desk mat looks amazing, right? Let me find one. Let's see if we can figure this out. There's the JST cable. Here is a daughter board. Oh, another thing. There is actually one more thing I need to do. Someone, I saw a message about someone interested in my Hello M0110. I don't know if this person, if you're in chat right now, because I don't know if I could match up the name to a chatter here. But they're asking about whether or not it's Vile compatible. And I didn't have an immediate answer, so I didn't respond yet. Because I feel like I need to go and test it. Now, what I think I remember was that it was VIA compatible, but you needed a JSON. And also, when they released the JSON, it was inaccurate. So I remember having myself personally to rewrite the JSON and I did end up posting that to the Discord that I got it from. But anyways, I don't know if any of that which I just said applies to whether or not it's VIL compatible, if it is VIA compatible and requires a JSON. Does anyone here know that? So I was like, I was otherwise going to test it, but if anyone has that knowledge at the forefront, let me know. Alright. Inaccurate files with a keyboard? Who would ever do that? Enter, left shift single, right shift split, bottom row. I vaguely remember there was also something a little funny or funky about this one, possibly. So we'll see if that was true. Left control. Alright. Oh, what did I do? Oh shit. Okay. Here we go. Test matrix. If it's compatible with JSON, VIL can also detect it if you sideload the JSON. Oh, VIA compatible with JSON. Got it. Okay. So this person, again, I hope I'm not doxing, but this person was also asking, basically, I guess because they were looking for like the tap dance features that come with VIL. Does that remain applicable in this particular scenario? If you sideload a JSON in VIL for a VIA compatible board, can you still get that kind of functionality? And if the source is in the QMK repo, you can easily port to VIL. I see. I don't think so, but I'm actually not sure. I see. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I think this is all good. Okay, in which case then I'll cut these down to nothing, then change this layout to HSKB Sangan. Remember I tried to hear before that I must have at least one topiary, but I just got 3 topiary in the span of 1 week. Nice! That's the way to go. Night 10, welcome. Alright. One weakness of this board, I can't generally tell where that port is, so I always have to at least lift this up. Just to like make sure that I could try to get it in there right, because it's vertical. That's a real slippery slope. Real slippery. By the way, also, if you guys want to see, I'll do some store promotion right now. While we're here. Buy my stuff. Night 10, welcome. Okie doke. So, I guess I can install some stabilizers. Oh, shit. I can install some stabilizers. But maybe before I do that, run a poll for what switches to use. We're supposed to use linears. What linear switches for synth 060? We can do that thing we just finished. But there's also some others here. Let's see what else we got. Alright. Oh. Damn, we got a lot of options here. Alright, here we go. Let's put together this poll. I think this is cream soda? Yeah. Alright. Poll is up. Get your votes in. Let me know what you guys would want to see here. I'll work on some stabilizers. This is an adhesive pour-on gasket mount, I think, so it doesn't really matter what we use. Suppose I could just go and use some Durox. Okay. I might have made this poll too long. I don't think this is going to take me this long to install, basically just screw in some stabilizers. But we'll see. Also, I guess I could set up or just grab all the soldering stuff, everything that we might need here. This is a whole tray of stabilizers I've harvested. I guess one thing interesting is that I do have Mecha 01 available, in case anyone might care to see that on a black board tonight. But I also will be having the Julie 60 all black board come in, hopefully soonish, from Lysol. So even if we don't get to that tonight, it's not as though we won't be able to see that. There's also, we got a polycarbonate plate here, so that's the plan. The plan for key sets tonight, other than that one, could be... I mean, I got a couple of white on black sets. I think one of them is Hongol from the now defunct Project keyboard, of course, as well as Blanc sur Noir. I think that was the one I was aiming towards. I think that's the Azerty layout, white on black. Oh, shit, I already grabbed this. One thing, too, I think I should keep in mind is the necessity of using screw-ins for when there's quite a bit of Swiss cheese on the board. Because otherwise, like, these clip-ins, like, they'll work, but, like, trying to shim them in and just, like, ensuring that they'll stay in place kind of gets defeated. Oh, shit. Kind of gets defeated, when the spaces are too big because of like all of these extra options. Anyways, this paper washer just snapped. Luckily I have like 1,000 more. Have you guys seen those videos of that guy who's like using like one of those torque drivers on like random shit? Like he'll like take one of them and then like get it to like beep when he's trying to screw down like a toothpaste tube or just like other stupid stuff like that. It's so good. I got Desky's V2 purple and I hate them but too lazy to rebuild. Ah, you gotta rebuild. If you hate them, you gotta rebuild it, man. Alright, there are these little like standoff screws, but I think we can just avoid using them because we got play forks. It's fine. Just chill. Alright, just a couple minutes left of this poll. Looks like Gator and Cream Soda's got a big lead, but you know, make your voice be heard. Make sure to vote if you haven't already. Silly welcome. Oh, good thing you redeemed those things and trying to stall until this poll is over. Ooh. Can't find any aged domes on the market at the moment. How's Mercari? Bai, Mercari, Japan. Just fight an HHKB. I'm in the mood for cream soda. God, I just rotated my desk board from a TKL to a 50%. This is fucking wild. I think I've used a 50% before. literally a 40 with usable mods. Oh, is it the Equinox? Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioned getting the Equinox on that sale. Plate forks. Alright, cream soda has taken such a large lead with such little time left. I might as well begin putting these other ones away. Unless you guys want to change my mind. Alright, let me check what's in the cream sodas for springs. Kinetic Labs 2-stage 69 gram springs. Oh. That's bad, no? That's like pretty heavy. I feel like I'm not going to enjoy this build. Well, we'll see. If we hate this, we can always rebuild it. I mean, what did my other options have? Slow 5 might have been slightly better. What else did we have? JWK Mamba. That one might have actually been a lot better. What else? What else did we have? What were the other options? The Unga Bunga probably would have been just as bad. And EV01R2 also as bad. So probably, honestly, the JWK... Was it the JWK Mamba? JWK Mamba would have probably been the best option. And I probably should have just chose that. But you guys already voted on this. So here we go. Fuck this thing, I just had so much trouble typing 40. Skill issue. So, the reason why I get worried about this is if there's a chance that this is a super flexy build, we're also on top of that got this this polycarbonate plate. Then the issue that arises here is that like having such heavy springs in this build will just kind of make the switches feel even heavier. And I think those 67.5 gram springs that are in the JWK Mambas probably could have potentially been a better choice, but really not by much. So we'll see. Again, if I hate it, it's a future rebuild. right. Solo and Kaneki is Vita. APR just built on the street. I can't lie, I was kind of disappointed, but it might just been their config. Bottom mount PC plate only, and it kind of sounded flat. Could have just been the switches she used, but still, what switches did she use? Vita. I'm guessing Vita. E sound over I. I didn't catch the stream. I was probably busy sleeping. Alright. I don't remember, but it was very lackluster. Add no... Oh, there's no HHKB for it? Duh. Yeah, that's just done. Done! We'll see, I'm waiting for Patty to do her build of it. Okay. Is Patty only going to get just a PC plate also? It reminds me of time to order Pangea. Oh shit, that is very, very close. Alright, hour and a half in, already about to start soldering. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait, before we do it, let's, we got Eagle Eyes. Feel free to drop Eagle Eyes in the chat. Let's try to make sure all the pins have come through just right. I want to say yes. HHKB Earth Solder Alu Plate Copper Frame. Ooh, I'm excited to see that full-size HHKB. You want to build it? Ooh, I'm down. Living vicariously through Randy. Crazy that it's October already, huh? It's like also like late October almost. Crazy. Oh, also happy 10/17, guys. At least those on the West Coast. There's about 16 minutes left. It's a Gucci day. I've been talking 5 years about Southpaw full size. If I don't buy it, I'm full of it. When's the next SF meetup? Chu is hosting a small coffee and keyboards meetup on December 7th. Otherwise, SFXMK winter will be in January. Nice. Try to come up in January? Yes. Want to make a trip up there sometime soon? Yeah, for sure. Do it, man. You come look at the museum that I have here. Actually, my place has been super messy. It's tough. I gotta get my place cleaned up, man. Show me all the good eats. I've been in a real meetup since like Tex-Mex. Actually, no, like, there was a really small meetup recently. It was a couple months ago. Alright, last row of single pins. Crazy mix right here. Yeah, I see that there's some switches here that are definitely gonna benefit from proper alignment. Okay. Let's go back and go through. Got some good ones here. Anyone getting? Yeah. Okay. Middle row. Luckily the plate isn't too tall, so grasping this is a little nice. Some of these are interesting because I think I'll hear the clicks like it's aligning properly, but in some cases it's clicking properly into the plate rather than into the PCB. Like into the PCB it's already fine or something. In some cases it's both. You know, I'm kind of curious. You know, like pre-built keyboards? Pre-built solder keyboards? How are they done? How are they pre-built? It's not someone hand soldering. I'm guessing like they have like a bunch of machinery and like, I don't know, heating equipment that just kind of does everything automatically and really fast in an assembly line. That's what I figure, but like how does it look? Wave soldering. Ah, what is wave soldering? Yeah, I'm curious. No, I think that people are definitely soldering, but I think it's pretty streamlined. It depends on the place too. I've seen pictures of humans assembling keycrons and Akos. It's basically a conveyor belt. Ooh, that was a real good one. Ooh, that one too. I see. Ooh, some real good ones on the top here. Man, I just have to do function shift Y to do that carrot. How the fuck do people do this? It just takes a lot of practice, a lot of muscle memory. Like I feel like if you're going smaller than 60, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of basically steno, you know? You're just doing like court stenography at that point. Order, nice. The form factor is kind of fun though, like how slim it looks. It is very cute. Or it can be very cute, but just don't say that out loud. Oops. Okay. Real quick, I'm just gonna check everything looks good. Also, another thing worth doing is just making sure everything's clicked in on the sides, because I noticed that corner one I just did looked a little funny. I really use FN Shift to set up another dedicated layer for those symbols. Mom used to do steno as a career and she taught me a little, but I've forgotten everything. Smoge. Plexus gets it. Right alt ain't doing shit. I'm not gonna lie, this alignment looks kind of weird. That looks kind of suspicious. There's a part of me that just wants to ignore it. Because it kind of looks good. It kind of looks suspicious. But it also, like, I'm thinking and wondering, this might be as good as it gets. Let me try this again here. Some of these middle ones look a little funny. I don't know. I don't know about this. This is a weird PC play, I will say. Okay. Let's just pretend it's good. And then I'm just gonna finish this off. I think you can also set up to where tapping shift will do shift, but holding for a certain amount of time will do function, or raise/lower. Split bars or more thumb keys do wonders for layer keys on 40s. Damn, that's a whole nother world. I remember it's VIA or VOD that lets you do different keystrokes depending on tap/hold. I feel like... Can you not do that on VIA? I know that like it's... I haven't, but... I feel like I've seen it. Could be wrong though. Don't know, to be honest, never tried. Same. Like, I feel like I've seen it in the default, like, PCB flashed firmware, but, you know, I just pretty much immediately change it for HHKB. That's the case, there may be hope. Yeah, be hope for me being used the Revia 41 or something smaller than that. I think they both support now, but VIA didn't have a lot of stuff till more recently, relatively. Fair. Was there any such thing... Now, tell me if I'm making stuff up or if I don't know what I'm talking about at all. Was there ever a situation where, like, someone would load, like, some kind of QMK-based layout firmware that was VIA compatible, but had stuff that wasn't technically available in VIA? Is that a thing? Where it's like, if you unmapped certain things on it, then you just basically wouldn't be able to get it back in VIA. Is that a thing, or am I just making this up? I feel like I've seen that, but maybe it is just all VIA... Wait, what? Okay. My question is this. Was there ever a situation that I think I've seen before where I'm going to just try to describe it the best I can? Someone wanted to make VIA compatible... VIA compatibility into their PCB. And so they loaded some VIA compatible firmware onto it by default, but the key map had some non-VIA compatible stuff on it by default. So it would just be there, and then if you tried remapping it to something else, you'd never be able to get that back using just VIA. Was that ever a thing, or did I just like imagine that whole thing in my head? I think that was the thing for a few stuff. It was fucking black magic. I think I've seen it mostly with RGB shit. Like, I feel like I've seen it for like, you know, like yeah, RGB shit. Like, also things that seemed like it was some kind of like I know that VIA I think has some of this stuff, but like space function or tap dancing type stuff. Which again, I don't know if VIA just has that stuff already or has it now at this point, but I feel like I've seen some funny things when, like, first connecting a PCB to VIA, where I'm just like, oh, what the fuck is this? I can't even find where you would choose this in the options. I'm just gonna change it. Tap dance, I'm not really sure. I was always under the impression that tap dance played nicer with violin. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I'm not even 100% sure what tap dance is. It is not something that I ever come across in my day to day, considering what it is that I do here. You know. Because I've seen that mostly with RGB keys. Okay. I think tap dance has something to do with home row mods and the like. My impression of it was that it just had something to do with like some kind of functionality that like functions like a like tap versus long press, but seemingly based on the name more complicated than that. As expected, it's for insanely tiny keyboards like Ping 27 level. Ping 27, that's crazy. That's a crazy name. This kind of shit I'm mostly definitely not into yet because my brain can only learn so many layer combos. I mean, I think on top of that, it's definitely like, I feel like when you're doing stuff like this, you can't just be changing keyboards all the time, like the way that I do. Like, this is something that is like, you have to learn it over time, and time means time. Like, you gotta stick with it. Like, if you're trying to get something better than what you currently have, then it's like, it's something that's planned and that you're waiting for, and then you'll get it, and then you'll stick to it. I've actually seen the Paint 27 is actually wild. I haven't. Let's check it out. Whoa. That's cool. That is crazy looking. Alpha is in a spacebar. What would you... like here's... That's crazy. Alright, I'm gonna test this again. Like, here's my thing, like... What I vaguely remember, and I've talked about this on stream a few times now, is just that, like... I really wanted to be able to use a 40, and I did for a little bit. Specifically just to plug into my Switch, so that it would be easier to write letters in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I'm just like, this is one of those situations where it's like, you really gotta just be typing. Like, this is like a monkey type board, you know? But even then, you have to use a mouse to click the next thing. Piano is actually on drugs. Don't get me wrong, I expect the huddle and dedication to raw efficiency, but even I have limits. I mean, what is it? That at that point, just like a steno? Actual steno? And Vile Tap Dance has an option for you to do something different for tap, on hold, on double tap, on tap plus hold. And then you define the tapping term in milliseconds. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. That it was just like a more complex version based off of like debouncing and just timing in general. But I haven't been fully certain. Just hadn't really come up, so. I appreciate it. 2 keys per finger and 2 thumb keys. Piano is like steno, but even less. Oh, interesting. That's crazy. Okay, everything's good here. Okie doke. Let me just clean up a little bit and then wash my hands. Wait, no, it's less? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's just like... It's just like you're trying to do stuff because it's like, oh shit, we could do this. Like, let's do this. We can do this. Like it's more of an exercise in theory. We have the technology. Yeah, exactly. All right, let me go wash my hands. Okay. Before I continue, maybe it's a good opportunity to take some time and figure out what key set to run. Let's see what I got available. Unused. Ah, shit, son of a bitch. Alright, so it's black. So let's see what options we have that I want to use. Blanc, Sur Noir. I'm curious here. Oh, here's one. Okay, so we have some good options. Kind of a lot of options. I do have some questions about key sets. Oh, actually, damn, we have some really good options. Okay, actually, yeah, I'm gonna change on it. We're not gonna do the white and black Hangul. Okay, poll is up. Get your votes in. Sorry, I took out white and black Hangul and I put in a bunch of different options here. One of them is not a black key set that I think may potentially be interesting. Anyways, I was thinking about doing Handerbyte, but I realized Handerbyte's a good set to test on 6U layouts. So I feel like Handerbyte will just become that for me, a good 6U layout tester key set. Anyways, my question has become... Alright, so I think there's a screw list, so I don't have to remember. I'm guessing it's like there's a few on the sides and stuff. Okay. So my question becomes, I have a couple of key sets, Regal, GMK Regal, and GMK Phantom 2. And like it's occurred to me that like what do those go well on? Because they're just so dark. Like you could tell that they're supposed to be like purple, I guess. But at the same time, it's like it's so dark that it just kind of comes out as black. chalkboard on top of that. A GMK Phantom's kind of weird set. It is. I feel like I definitely just had one of those FOMO situations when I was buying it. Do they look weird on a lighter purple board? That's a good question. Maybe I could try that at some point. Maybe the Piggy. Piggy, what else I have? Piggy, Cappy 60. Unmei? It's funny because I think my Unmei is a lilac. But every time I seem to take a picture of it on film and then try to invert it, it comes out like kind of pinkish. And so I just keep remembering it as pink when it's actually lilac. Took me a minute to realize it was supposed to be based off the Rolls-Royce Phantom. I legit thought it was supposed to be about ghosts or some shit. Is that all of it? Did I not? Is there more? Oh. Missed one. Kind of. Did I? No, that's good. Alrighty. How are we doing here? Looks like DCS Windbreaker is winning. I'm very curious about this combo of springs. Springs on these switches, how it's supposed to look with whatever key set you guys seem to be planning on choosing. I did put the JST in, right? Yes, I did. Are you getting Darling? I would like to get Darling. There's a part of me just debating, like, should I just wait? Should I just wait till extras / aftermarket? Or is it worth getting now? Because I just feel like, why ever get anything from Novel Keys at Group Buy anymore? When they'll probably run a 99 sale, sometimes even outside of Black Friday. And then if I did somehow really want it, even if it like sold out or something, it's like I could always just get it from Oblo or wherever. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's just, I would like to have a Darling. I just don't know if, like, does it make sense to buy it right now? What are your guys' thoughts? What about GMK Cosmos? I think I'm passing on Cosmos right now. That's a set that I think is going... It sounds like it's going well. It sounds like it's pretty popular. On top of that, like, I think... I kind of just want to see it in person first. I feel like it'll be available after delivery. Like, after everyone gets it delivered. So, I'm passing on Cosmos, at least for now. His Darling will probably sell out, and don't you need a spacebar kit for 6U? That's a good point, yeah. So I guess I should. There is a part of me that kind of wants to get both kits. But I just really don't like icon control. Really don't like icon control. How are we doing on time here? DCS Windbreaker still in the lead. Like, icon, everything else is fine, but icon control is kind of... kind of goofy. I don't know why people still keep choosing to use icon control. Alright. Here's the box of keycaps. Wait for this to finish up. We got key rated black blank. Trailing DCS Windbreaker with just a couple minutes left. Alright, what else do I need? I mean, I guess I could go and try the Hello M0110 stuff. Because we only have been streaming for about 2 hours. Have you tried I haven't tried MTNU yet. Okay, so this is not super flexy or bouncy, which is kind of a good thing here, I think. My worry was that it would be, which would kind of make these switches feel a lot heavier, but I think this is good, at least for now. I'm gonna go grab the Hello. Be right back. Pretty messy in here already. But alright, looks like Windbreaker just about to win here. About the classic base plus MTNU. I see. I mean, I've tried MTNU at meetups, but I don't have any MTNU. Jensen for Matrix Hyatt. No, I passed on it, Dr. Killswitch. Dr. Killswitch, by the way, welcome. I passed on it. I'm just, like, I think the keyboard... We talked about this a couple times, but I think the keyboard part of it looks cool. But I feel like the art... just really not a fan of. And then on top of that, it's hot swap only. Big hater of hot swap. Okay, heavies, nah, I don't think they look good. Rarely buy metal artisans. Alright, let's see how, ooh, that's nice. A nice bar. MTNU, pretty nice profile. I definitely, like, I want at least one MTNU in my life. But, I'm just still waiting. I think MTNU Dolce is pretty chill. But, I don't know, I was about to pull a trigger on it, but I was just like, oh, I could wait. I said I bought one, I got Mexican Cone and never got it, so I left a bad taste. Hover Windbreaker R2 is a 6U, 6U center bar option. That'd be sick. Okay, this was not what I was anticipating running on this board, but so far, I don't hate it. Ideally would want Windbreaker for MTNU. Ooh. Voted for Clear 2048, but always love Windbreaker. Windbreaker on black is a bit of an uncommon pairing. It is. There's a part of me that always kind of thought it wouldn't look good, but I started thinking about it when I realized it was available here, searching on my collection page, and I realized maybe. And then you guys voted for it, so here we are. If I hate it over time, I can always just change it in the future. I think what's nice about this is that there is an accent on the board. If there were no accent on the board, then I'm like, I feel like Handerbite might be better for black, just because that's kind of what the OG Handerbite picture had. And that's only just for nostalgia, really. But I feel like sometimes, like in a situation like this, if you got like some kind of multicolor situation on a board, then you can kind of go with crazier key sets. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Almost literally a CMYK build. Alright, so it's definitely more saturated in real life. My camera here, my broadcast might not be doing it justice, but this looks pretty interesting in person. I'm looking at it like on stream and I'm like, but I kind of like it in person. Like, it looks a little tiny bit washed out on my video feed. God damn it, I hate this. I am not a fan. Like, it's interesting, but I'm just like, God, it's so hard to get in there. Alright. Prediction period's live. Get your wagers in if you're interested. Getting some points in. If you think I can beat 138 words per minute tonight. I'm gonna tidy up a little bit here. Windbreaker is so good. I wish it wasn't as washed out on my feet. Hold on, what if I warm this up? I don't know. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best to clean up here. Try my best. Alright, how are we doing on the... Oh, is the prediction done? Alright. Sweet. Let's get ourselves ready up here. Okay. Here it is. Synth 060, or Synth Lab 060, HHKB. We got a polycarbonate plate, Gateron cream sodas with Kinetic Labs, 2-stage symmetric 69-gram springs, and then DCS windbreaker. Goal is 138 words per minute. Yeah, let's do this. Ooh. Alright. Okay, restart. There we go. Choked. Spacebar goes crazy. Yes, I agree. Hey, shouts out to the believers, by the way. Which was nearly everyone. Feel free to split those 10 points amongst yourselves evenly. Alright, what'd you guys think? Overall, great sounding bar. I agree. The spacebar is kind of wild. Fuck, I forgot to gamba. Oh. A little bit of ticking. I gotta fix that. I think it's one of those situations with a long pole, I guess, maybe, against this stabilizer. I don't know. Whatever the case is, let's just plug this shit up. Oh. Well, that was kind of a lot. Oh god. Try again. Oh, that kind of sounds like it's now like... There we go. God damn it. Come on, man. I gotta make it a little easier. That, because it's so deep where those fins are. Alright. What do you guys think of this? I warmed up the light a little bit. Oh. I like this. There is a weird... There's something a little bit weird happening. I think it's touching. It's actually touching the case. Hold on. Let me... I wonder if there's like a little shifting around I can do. Yeah, spacebar rubbing the case on the upstroke. I think that's what's happening. Well, let me see if like... Because it's like a gasket mount. There's like maybe just the tiniest bit of give. So I'm thinking maybe if I push it up a little bit, maybe it won't have that problem quite as much. But now I need to like go and find all of these points again. Okay, I just like tried shifting everything up, and hopefully that should be better. Okay. Try this now, and if hopefully this will just fix it. It still kind of happens. I think there's just so little space in between, but like if you're hitting it mostly center, you're good, but if you're hitting it more to the right, there's like a little twist that happens from the give on the stabilizer that like makes this like twist into the case. Now I wonder what would have happened if I use like everyone's favorite TXAP. I wonder, or just even Rev 3, if like the stabilizers were tightened up a little bit, then maybe this would be less of an issue. But I think it's not that much of an issue if you're spacebar center hitting anyways, so maybe it's fine. We'll do one more type test. And then we'll switch over and find out a little bit more about that Hello M0110. And you guys could help me out with that. All right, last type test, we'll do 30 seconds. There we go. Okay. I like the board. Hope you guys like it too. Let's move on to one of our last tasks here. Oh, let's do a couple of quick things. Open up Marbles in case there's an update. Open up Lightroom. I wanted to get this guy open. Check this out. Okay, so I think as of right now, the yeah, this guy is in the PCB or in the case already. That was last time's thing. Alright, I got 2 PCBs in here. So the question is regarding vial compatibility. How vial? Let's see if I can get this without opening this up. I feel like I can. Okay. Side load via JSON. So now I have to find it. That's a big problem. Now I have to actually look for something. Probably in my downloads folder. Can I sort it by name? Fuck, I hate this shit. A long time ago. I'm hoping it starts with an H for hello. Nope. Damn it. I wonder if I'm still in that Discord. Discord Inc. It would be in... I think it was... Oh, here it is. Thoc Supply. Hello, M0110. Here's the QMK source code. So, Klexis. Man, that's too many Discord. It's a lot of Discords. So, Klexis, you mentioned that if you had a QMK... if you have QMK source code, you can port this over to Vile. Is that correct? John Bond, by the way, welcome. Yeah? Okay. So there's at least that going for it, but I do still want to check this out. Was this the one? Via V1. I wonder if this was the bad one. The hell was it? Oh, was it WK? Was that what it was? WK? WK. Fuck. M01. Okay, M0110. Oh, here it is. This was the one that I did. That was on August of 2022. So I think... Yeah, mine is the good one. So now I need to look for that here. Which I'm trying to do without... Okay, here it is. There we go. Okay. This is all I see. Is there anything tap dance related that you can do with this? Or does tap dance show up in any of this stuff? Like, what is quantum? I don't know anything about tap dance. You guys let me know if you see anything here that can do it so I could tell this guy yes or no. I think it has to be native Vile to have tap dance. Okay. I see. What would it look like? Just out of curiosity. Like, cause I don't know. Yes, potentially dangerous. Let's download zip files. I hope there's a virus in here. Tap dance would show up in a separate tab. I see. Okay, so there's via... And here it says default these .c files. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see this because of my cam. Oh shit, okay, I can't really see that. Alright, well I'm gonna unplug this. Alright. Let's see here. Ah, okay. There's a picture in chat. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Okay. So I'll let the fella know. Okay. That covers that. Appreciate it. Alright. Let's work on a print, yeah? Alright, everything is super slow to load. This is nice. Oh, can I hit cancel on that? Was that the reason why I had to fucking answer a survey to get things to load? So dumb. I think some of these we've already done prints for some of these. I need to mark these. I need to mark some of these as like I've already done prints for them. I feel like I need to put like a label, a color label. It's like, did I do this one? I don't know. But now I will do it. I'm going to set it as purple. Our prints 1 of 1 limited edition. They're kind of... I just figure they should be. But I don't know which ones I've already done before. So, you know, if I've already done this, then it's not 1 of 1 anymore. Also, I mean, there's also a chance here that I might do sales. I've just completely not done anything to prepare for sales of these prints. So, you know, I might do sales of ones I really like. Anyways, let's run this. They're limited edition. Exactly. Alright. Let's do a marbles race, yeah? Anyways, Klexus, here is the prints. We'll throw in a random junk drawer sticker and also a random stream sticker. Clam eggy. Patty? Alright, let's go and raid Patty. Xing Xing Wang is playing games plus demos. Low-key, my most listened T-Pain song is probably his cover of Tennessee Whiskey. He had an album that came out in like 2021 or 2022. No, I don't know, 2018 or something. That I did really like. Whoa. What the hell is happening? Oh, I didn't put a second layer on this. Oh, I need to fix that. Okay. Anyways, here's all the commands. Discord, Wadagaki, his War Pigs covers pretty fire. Wadagaki. Oh, store, buy my stuff. Alright, here's a raid message if you're subbed, and raid message if you're not. Yeah, I'll be back Sunday or Monday or something. Alright. Good night, guys.